What's up, everybody? My name is Josh, and today I'm here watching a new show, Midnight Mass. This is a show I've actually been looking forward to watching for a very long time. I'm a big fan of Mike Flanagan. The two Hill House shows are among my favorite horror TV series that I've seen in quite a while, so hearing that he was going to have another Netflix show was very exciting to me. I don't mind that it's not, one of the haunting series of shows. I'm really just excited to see some more good horror because I think Flanagan does a great job of mixing horror themes with psychological afflictions that a lot of people deal with, and that's what makes his shows so compelling. Before we get in, thank you everybody who has been watching. As always, if you like this video, you want me to watch more things like this or continue watching this series, hit the like button. That always lets me know that these are things that people want to watch, and I'll keep doing them. But for now, I don't really have too much to say. I don't know a whole lot about this series. I've avoided the spoilers. Oh, shit. Drunk driving?
She's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he was definitely drunk driving.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth.
While you're at it, ask him why he always takes the kids. Or the drunk fucks walk away with scratches.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so his mom is trying to, have him lean on his faith. So I can already kind of tell that this series is going to lean quite heavily on the religious themes, because I know a part of it is like a minister in a religious town. Beautiful imagery, but yeah.
4 years later.
Oh, there's only 2 ferries these days.
He knows the boat schedule, Annie.
Hey, Ed, Riley wants to say hi. Honey, your dad just stepped out, and so he didn't hear me. What goes on up there? So no upwards, no trouble. Be back by curfew. For Jesus' sake, Warren, no drinking. I promise.
Yeah, he's gonna go drinking.
Your brother comes home tomorrow.
So I'm guessing Riley is gonna be kind of the black sheep of the family.
Miss Keene says you've been up to no good in the upwards, apparently.
Oh, her lips to God's ears. No, her lips to my ass. Oh, shit, you didn't invite Aladdin.
Oh, that's racist. Oh, is he selling a beer or drugs? Probably drugs.
Up to no good, I can tell.
Just going for a ride. A short trip, courtesy of Bowl.
I like the aesthetic of this show. It's very drab and washed out colors, which gives it a perpetual gloomy feel. Really like that. Oh, is this the new minister? All I know about this show is what I've seen in the trailer, so I'm assuming this is the new minister on the island. What the fuck? We're just not gonna see what's in that chest?
Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance, yet, negatory, nah, and of course my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No! Go, Dr. Cox.
You guys see that?
What?
Like a heron or a monster pelican?
Oh, that's some Mothman shit.
Somebody's got to do something about these strays. Didn't used to be
Those eyes are creepy as fuck.
When people actually lived up here, they just bury their dead in their yards up until the 20s, my dad says. Sometimes
Well,
there's a
that's
storm,
horrifying.
and it floods and those bodies just pop up right out the ground. Cat food.
They wash up on the west bank by my house, and I know because everything from the upwards washes up on the west bank, and I gotta clean it up.
I look forward to you spending thousands of dollars on therapy in the future.
Usually we just come up here, smoke a joint. He starts pining after Roller Girl. Harpoon Harry. yeah, harpoon kids for their meat. It's all bullshit though, so we wouldn't follow them when they came up here to drink.
I mean, we did.
I did. Once. I followed Bobby up here before he went to college. The only scary thing I saw was him fucking Heather Delman.
Oh.
We are laughing.
Shit, they're fighting.
Shit!
What the fuck was that?
The fuck?
I thought I saw something.
I guess it was Harpoon Harry. Cometh at last.
Hey there, Seven. I just always see him as Saracen in Friday Night Lights.
Oh, my boy, home. Where you belong.
You is dead. Warm.
Well, you know, they're on the boat. He just can't miss a shift. Not a single one. He can't afford it. Let's get you home.
That seems sus. She was in the other haunting shows. The sheriff's office is in the back of a grocery store.
What did you do to me, Sharif?
Sheriff,
Stop raising!
having at the windows with an oar. I mean, we'd still be sweeping up glass if your aim had been any good.
So you lock me up?
I mean, yeah, you were drunk.
Alive.
Oh, he was in Haunting of Hill House. He was the groundskeeper.
Wings as big as lawn chairs, you said.
Whoa, easy, big fella, easy.
Snapped at me. Snapped.
Okay, miss, stick up your ass.
She's just mean. She's just a meanie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the hassle. I mean,
Aw,
can't be what you
it's a
pictured
good
when you
boy.
took this. Later, Sharif.
Take care, Joe.
There's a lot of low-key racism in here,
Millers went last year.
and I'm laughing, but it's definitely wrong.
Figured this is the first time Sheriff Hassan has been with us for a storm like this.
The classroom's available here for shelters. If we need, we could always...
I'm sorry. You're new, so you wouldn't be expected to know this, but St. Patrick's is always the shelter.
I'm not sure holding twice as many makes a material difference when you do the math.
Elf as well. Unless you plan on hopping a ferry to the mosque, you'll have to hunker down. Stop raising! And you'd be so welcome, of course.
Oh, let's talk.
She
Securing
fucking
rights.
sucks. She's like very much like Angela from The Office, just like thinks she is better and more important than she is. And it's so irritating. Those people are the worst. I cannot deal with them.
Storm screen. That old bird still teaching?
Nah, this is the newest screen, her daughter.
I meant to tell you about that. She's only been back a few months.
Not going to be for long.
Whatever happened when she ran away, she has grown into a fine young woman and a fine teacher, and we're lucky.
What happened when she ran away?
Prodigal daughter.
And why did she run away?
Tomorrow.
At church.
I wasn't planning on going to church.
Don't be silly. Of course you are.
No, things have changed for me, Mom. I'm not... That's not me anymore.
Monsignor Pruitt said before he went on pilgrimage, he said...
He's a little bit old to be traveling. He's gonna be 80 now.
Oh, okay, so the old priest is losing it.
It's not funny.
Wait, is that the dad from Hill
It's not
House?
funny at all.
I think it might be.
You gonna sit here at this table after what you've done?
He just did to
And say,
society.
"Oh, church isn't for me," and make jokes about altar boys and Monsignor Pruitt? I don't care if your heart's not in it or the mood doesn't strike you. You can consider it a condition of your parole.
Is the pastor going to be dead?
Still, you have no idea how it makes
Oh, is the priest going to be in there?
like some jilted prom date. Oh.
That cat's about to get snatched, isn't it? We're supposed to find a body. Shit.
No. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. No. No.
Sorry things have been so hard since this spill.
church isn't for you, huh?
No, it's not for me.
I wonder if it's because of what he did.
You should sit back then, during communion. That's proper.
Okay, so they're
That'll
Catholic.
upset your mother. You not taking the sacrament, but wouldn't be respectful if you did.
I don't want to hear you texting. I can hear you texting. The sheriff can hear everything.
Sheriff can hear everything.
Kiss your mother.
Aw, is her mom dead? Is his mom dead?
That old man.
Aw.
Just 10 minutes and the phone goes
Has he seen his brother sneak out? He's like, whatever, dude, do your thing. Oh, he's gonna see her still.
Red sky at night, sailors delight.
Red sky in the morning,
Sky in the morning.
sailor's warning. My mom used to say that to me.
You want to feel the cruets?
Somebody already did.
Oh, he's already here. They all look pretty shook, so I'm guessing that's the new priest. I wonder if he killed the old priest.
Sent by the diocese to fill in for Monsignor Pruitt for a few weeks. He fell ill, I'm afraid. He's recovering.
Oh, he's in the box.
Absolutely nothing to worry about.
Oh no, there
You're
is.
not losing your pastor, I can promise you that.
Oh, he's dead.
This is a temporary situation.
It is not.
And it is my absolute pleasure to be here with you all at St. Patrick's.
He's evil.
Annie Flynn, Father.
Annie Flynn.
And this is my husband, Ed.
Ed Flynn. And I noticed you sat back for communion. It got rather quiet, didn't it?
My son, Riley, he's...
Not exactly in a state of grace right now.
Hey, look, I think that's great. Turns out I'm not much use to people who are in a state of grace. Jesus, he didn't really have that much interest for those kind of people either. No, he seemed to go straight for those folks who weren't in a state of grace. They were his favorite people, turns out. They were the ones he called friends.
Oh, wow, wow.
And I was in Austin for a while, and I joined up with a rock band.
You're kidding.
I was such an idiot. Wow, I guess we both were idiots. What about you?
Chicago. Just financial stuff.
Married?
No. You?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, technically. But it's over. It's also a long story. I saw you sit back during communion.
It's funny, most guys find Jesus in prison.
Well, you always went your own way.
Did go looking, I really did. There's a lot of time to read in there, and I read it all. Torah, Quran, Talmud, Tao Te Ching, Judaism, Buddhism, Islam, Jainism. Figured if I was looking for God, I should look everywhere. Came out of that an atheist.
Wow.
What? I'm supposed to be the godless heathen, and you are the altar boy.
Can I ask you something? Forgive me, I don't mean to... It's just you're wearing a gold chasuble. Isn't that for feast days and special... Shouldn't it be green?
I'm afraid I wasn't able to locate the green chasuble this morning. I figured this was better than my pajamas. I didn't expect that anyone would notice.
Well, in the future, let me know if there's an issue. That's what I'm here for. This was excellent. Have a good afternoon, Father. I'm glad you're here.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
How are you, Riley?
Clearly not great.
I don't know. Here. trance-house breathing and serving no purpose to anyone.
Yeah, that can be hard.
And that's the worst part because I shouldn't be alive, Aaron.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I'm really, really sorry.
I do love a good thunderstorm, though. It's somehow calming. Is there somebody out there?
They're just walking on the beach.
What? No, he's on the mainland.
Okay, well, maybe he came back and he wandered out having one of those spells.
Oh, is he going out there? Oh, that's a ghost.
Dad. Who's that?
Well, they're gonna find a body, aren't they? Oh, are those the cats? Well, that's pretty fucking terrifying. Okay, so that was episode number 1 of Midnight Mass, and in true Mike Flanagan series fashion, it starts off with a very slow burn. It's still got that very dark and ominous feel, but we start off focusing on the characters and the exposition, setting up the story. There's teasers of the dark elements, but nothing really sinister yet. I was expecting there to be a little bit more of a sort of gotcha at the end, but the cat reveal was pretty creepy. So we've started off by teasing the sort of the basic elements of the plot. We have our protagonist, Riley Flynn, who is former finance guy in Chicago who's been in prison for killing a young girl in a drunk driving incident. He's now back in his hometown. Now he's kind of having to rediscover his purpose now that he's sort of been pushed out of the real world and having to atone for his sins. We see that he has this initial flaw and weakness of blaming himself. He can't get over the accident that he caused and, you know, the decisions that he made that led to him accidentally killing a girl in drunk driving, which obviously is a terrible thing, and it's something that he had to pay for, and he did by, you know, spending years in prison. But it seems that from his attitude towards religion now and how he was seeking out God while he was in prison, that he's sort of blaming himself and feeling like he doesn't have any chance for absolution. From a legal perspective, that's, you know, not the case. He's paid his debt to society by being in prison. He has to fulfill certain obligations to be out on parole. The law is all about punishment, but also it should be about rehabilitation. So he did something very horrible and took a life, but, you know, there is a point where, you know, you have to be forgiven and let back into society after you've paid your debt and truly made amends. And that really is going to come back into play with the theme of Catholicism that we have going on in here. There's also a little bit of a contrast between like the piousness of the townspeople that covers up sort of their own internal evils. They all seem to look down on Riley as this, you know, sort of cancer, and they, you know, speak ill of, you know, people who are not from there originally. You know, they're people who are sinners just like everybody else. They're racist and judgmental, but they look down upon others who, you know, don't fit their mold as being lesser people because they're not pure. So I think that this series, unlike the others, is going to really delve into themes about forgiveness and themes about how people are not, you know, flawed just because they've done evil things. People can truly grow and change, become better. And people who just judge others and don't take the time to reflect on their own issues and the things that they need to improve on themselves and the things that they need to seek penance for, they're ultimately the ones who are going to be judged more harshly. I'm not an incredibly religious person, but my mother is. I was raised Catholic, so a lot of the things that are happening are things that I have experienced in the past. It's not something I'm gonna talk about a ton. It is something that I know about. But the theme of forgiveness and what it is to be a good person are really interesting themes. So I'm interested in how Mike Flanagan's going to sort of attack these themes. But that's it for me for today. So far my impression is that this looks like a Mike Flanagan show. I'm really excited to keep watching. But if you like this reaction and you want me to keep doing Midnight Mass reactions, drop a like. That lets me know to keep doing these. And leave a comment if you want to give your thoughts on Midnight Mass. No spoilers, please. And until next time, I will catch you later.